This has got to be one of my top 3 favorite meals for putting on muscle and just bulking up in general. And I'm super pumped to talk about this one today. It's making me hungry just looking at my screen. Okay. And what am I talking about? None other than Hamburger Helper. All right. And the first thing about this stuff is it's so cheap. Now I'm going to show you the ingredients, and I'm also going to show you how much protein is in this once you cook it and how much it's actually costing, like per gram of protein, like how cheap it is. But look at some of these options that you have to choose from here. So obviously they have all of their different pastas, right? And almost all of them are fantastic, but they even got potato stroganoff if you're a potatoes person. They have cheesy enchilada. They have 2 different rice selections for you if you're into rice. And the cool thing about the rice selection, so they got the cheesy enchilada, and where is the other one? I know there's another one with rice, is you can just add rice to it if it's not got enough carbs for you, right? So you can just add that on there after you're done cooking it. So you got your pasta, you have potatoes, you have rice. They also have hash browns, another type of potatoes for you. They're phenomenal. That's my favorite right there. Tomato basil penne. You can add some extra pasta sauce to that, like tomato spaghetti sauce is what I'm trying to say. It's so good. And of course, you can use ground sausage for some of these. You can use ground chicken. Some of them are really good with ground chicken. The best one with ground chicken that I've tried is the cheesy ranch burger. If you see that one, that one's really good with ground chicken. Now, how good are these for you? These are probably a bad idea if you're trying to cut. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. But per box, it's 15 grams of protein, just literally in the box, nothing else added. Okay, carbs 125, 5 grams of fat, so 605 calories in it if you just don't add anything else like the milk for it or the ground beef, any of that stuff. Okay, now most of these ask for 2 cups of milk, even the ones that don't ask for milk and it says just water. I've tried those with milk and they're still good. Okay, so we're gonna just say 2 cups of milk. That's another 16 grams of protein, 24 carbs. I'll say 0 fat if you get the skim. I like 2%, that's just me. Then I'm doing the price on these over here too. So then ground beef, 1 pound of ground beef, got to get the 93.7, 92 grams of protein in that, give or take a little bit, right? But 92 grams in a pound of ground beef. No carbs, basically. 32 grams of fat, give or take. Some of that's going to get cooked out. Not all of it, but some of it. Now the price for the ground beef is about $5.67, excuse me. 2 cups of milk, if you do it by the servings and see how much it actually costs, 2 cups of milk is about 36 cents, okay? And then the box itself is $1.66. So this comes out to $7.69, and you're getting 123 grams of protein. That's phenomenal. To get that much protein, that is 5 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's. I would know that. So let's do some math, because I love math, and this is going to tell you how cheap it is. So how much money are you spending per gram of protein? 6 cents. Now you do the math on that for some other protein sources that are really cheap, like whey protein, some chicken fillets, stuff like that. And you'll see that that's really cheap. Now, how many grams of protein are you getting per dollar that you're spending on this? 16 grams of protein per dollar, which is phenomenal. So you can literally make all of this times 2 if you want, and then you split it up. So 123 grams of protein, that's 2 meals of 60, 4 meals of 30. I mean, that's, if you do all of this, which is just 1 box, so do 2 boxes, I mean, that's going to set you up for the whole week to get, like, you know, a good pre-workout meal, which is the sodium content on that. We'll check that out. Let's see what the sodium content is. This is going to set you up all week for this. Okay, let's see what the sodium content is for my favorite. This is the cheapest option, one of the cheapest options you can get. So I think that says 500 milligrams times 6. So 3 grams of salt in the whole thing. Perfect. So what I like to do is I cut this in half. So I do a full box, all this right here on the screen, cut it in half into 2 containers. So that's 1.5 grams of salt. That's about 60 grams of protein, 75 grams of carbs, and then fat. You know, if you calculate what you're cooking out, 15, 16 grams, probably something like that. calories. It's about 700 calories a pop. Like, that's phenomenal. And the great thing about these is you can add, like I said, you can add spaghetti sauce to some of them. You can add more cheese to some of them. You can add more milk to them if you want. You can add more rice, add some more carbs in there if you want. You could even add more meat, even though I think these are actually made perfectly as far as taste goes with the amount of meat. But this is great. So if you guys want more helpful tips like this, as far as like easy stuff to eat that's not gross bodybuilding, you don't have to eat gross bodybuilding food all the time, especially if you're bulking. Okay, you don't have to eat a plate that has grilled chicken, broccoli, and a cup of rice with absolutely nothing on it. Like, that's just idiotic. No one's going to stick to that. If a fantastic bodybuilder can stick to it, give yourself a cookie, bro. That's awesome. But 99% of people watching this are not going to be professional bodybuilders. You guys just want to look better naked. So I guess essentially what I'm saying is Hamburger Helper will help you look better naked. So let me know if you want more videos like this. Thanks.